Are you ready for the crazy earning reports tomorrow? Just kidding. Today was Apple and Amazon, and moving forward, it should be pretty smooth sailing, at least for the month of October. What's going on, team? It's Ricky here with TechBud Solutions, and just wanted to provide you with a quick stock market update. First off, let's talk about the series of economic reports that are going to be released tomorrow. So tomorrow being Friday, October 28th. 1 hour before the market opens at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We have personal income, personal spending, PCE prices, PCE core, and again, one of the most important ones in my opinion is pending home sales. We also have the consumer sentiment report that's going to be released with the pending home sales 30 minutes after the market opens, and that's at 10 a.m. Eastern Time or 30 minutes after the market opens. So again, all of these different economic reports will be released tomorrow. My job is just to make you aware of it and to know that there could be a short-term influence or influx, right, of prices or volatility once this report gets released. Today we had the GDP report be released, and this was 1 hour before the market opened. It came in at 2.6%. Expectation was 2.3%. So came in hotter than expected. That's not necessarily a good thing because right now good news is bad news and bad news is good news. But nonetheless, again, market reacted in a somewhat positive way. Let me go ahead and show you very quickly. So what do I mean by this? Well, 30 minutes before the market opened, we saw the market shoot up. But then again, like I said, it's a short-term catalyst. It corrected itself, and although it tried to recover, just like we talked about in today's live trading session, it returned to its previous direction, being bearish during the pre-market session, returning to being bearish, and then returning to being bearish all day, right? So if you look at this on the 5-minute time frame, if you guys ever hesitate or struggle because you make too much of an impulsive decision, this is just a little tip. You don't have to listen to it. You do whatever it is that you think is most effective. But if you want to slow things down, right, because you're over trading, going into larger time frames, the 5-minute time frame is one thing, the 15-minute time frame is another. But looking into larger time frames, right, if I look at this on the 1 minute and then I go and take a step back, there's a lot of times that I could have believed that, hey, we're now trading above the moving average. But if I go back to the 5-minute, it's very clear that we were trading below that 5-minute moving average the entire day. Therefore, I would have been less impulsive to be bullish on the day when I can see that there's still this bearish pressure on the 5-minute time frame. So sometimes looking at larger time frames makes it easier to make less impulsive decisions and to also understand the true direction of the current market, especially if you make impulsive decisions. So what exactly happened today and why is it significant? Well, Apple and Amazon reported earnings. Amazon missed, and they barely missed. They missed their overall revenue, and this caused the market to just drop. And it wasn't so much because they missed, but it was because of their lower expectations for Q4. So I looked a little bit more into it. It wasn't about the earnings, but it was about the actual guidance. And we've talked about this before, where the earning reports are one thing, but the guidance is a whole other monster. And sometimes guidance is more important because it's what's to come, right? It's a projection of what's to come or expectations for up and coming quarters. This was the most significant drop that I've ever seen Amazon experience. It's the most significant drop that I've ever seen a $1 trillion company experience. I mean, at one point, Amazon was down over 20%. During today's live stream, bought the dip. I began buying a little bit more as direction was in my favor, and I still did not buy very much, right? I'm in with 175 shares. For me, it's a relatively pretty light position. This is less than a, 5% position for me. I'm grateful for it. I have no intention to sell Amazon anytime soon. I'm actually very excited, right? I believe Amazon is, a monster of a company. And although it might have some rough days and rough months in the up and coming quarters, I have no intention of selling Amazon that I purchased. If you look at my average purchase price, I have no intention in selling Amazon at, anything sub 120 or 130. I bought it at an average purchase price of $91. I view this as an investment. I view this as a position that I will only buy more of when direction begins to be in my favor. This is not something that I expect to happen anytime soon. My intention is that months or maybe years from now, this thing can return back to previous highs of around 150, 160. That is my plan. That is my goal. A goal is something to work towards. Obviously not something that is guaranteed. I'm just very excited to restart my investment position on Amazon. Apple is another monster within itself. I have about $13,000 of Apple. Apple didn't sell off too much, and like we've said before, Apple is its own monster. Apple not only exceeded expectation for revenue, but also exceeded expectation for their earnings per share. I actually want to see if Google finally updated their side of things. Yeah, here we go. So expectation 1.27%, overall reported 1.29%. This is Apple, 88.77 billion. They reported 90 billion. That's like a slam dunk and one or whatever it is. I'm not really a sports fan. Sorry, that was a horrible analogy. I apologize. And then we have Amazon's earning. Again, their earnings per share, they ended up beating by 37%. And look at this. They barely missed their revenue. But again, it's not so much about what they reported, but it's more so of what they said for up and coming quarters. So very grateful that we shorted the market. I left myself with my lucky one share. Made 18,400 on the day, just shorting the market itself. I could have made a lot more money if I held my short position. I probably could have doubled or tripled. But again, this is not a market where I want to play coulda, shoulda, woulda during earning reports. We all know that it could have gone either way. I would rather be someone that plays it safe rather than someone that is sorry, right? Nonetheless, I'm sure that we can all agree that it's very exciting to see what's to come, not only just for tomorrow, but for this up and coming new month as these huge tech companies finally reported earnings. We do have more companies reporting earnings tomorrow. My job is just to make you aware of it. They're not huge tech stocks, but they're two of the main companies that I want to talk about are ExxonMobil and Chevron. They're big energy companies, big oil companies, and they probably have big quarters that they're going to be reporting as, energy has not been the cheapest for people like you and I. So overall, I'm going to be hosting my live trading session tomorrow. This is super random, and I'm actually saying this at the end of the video, so I don't know how many of you actually made it back here. But if this video gets over 1,500 likes by tomorrow, I will host a free live trading session. So I will leave it up to you guys. If this video, by the time I wake up and before the market opens, if I see that it has over 1,500 likes, I will host a free live trading session where you get to tune on in, watch me trade live, see my entries, you see my exits. Normally it's private and it's exclusive to our Learn Plan Profit group, but sometimes once a month, I like to host the free live, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Super last minute, it's up to you. Again, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, comment down below, and I'd love to make it happen. I'd love to also stay connected. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I am verified, and that is my only Instagram account. All the other accounts are fake, but again, my real Instagram account is the third link in the description, or you could feel free to send me a direct message via Discord, and that's that first link down below. If you're ready right now to join our Learn Plan Profit group, that's going to be that second link in the description. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow at Market Open if you're part of our Learn Plan Profit group, or if you got us to over 1,500 likes, then I'll see you for our free live trading session. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a great note. Take it easy, team.